Welcome back to some more Lightseekers. We're now in the quarterfinals, and this is matched up between SMCbelle and Dratylis. We've seen Dratylis on camera before with this winner mat, and SMCbelle is first showing at the camera this tournament, I believe. And I think they're ready to get into bands. With me, I have two guest commentators.
Hello, I'm Mumbles.
And we have...
I'm As a Matter of Matt from deliverycrab.com.
Yeah, so Mumbles, you got pretty far in this tournament yourself, actually.
Yeah, I was 5-1 on day one, so I was the third seed entering top 16.
Yeah, so unfortunately, the quarterfinals, or the...
Ran into a tough game in top 16.
Yeah, but you're here now instead, and that's almost better.
It's almost as good.
All right, so yeah, I think we're good to go in the game. All right, so we have SMCbelle brings a Fishsinger, Ushi, Zuna, and Cassini. Dratylis has also Cassini, Dolo, and Triano. So what do you guys think they will ban?
From Dratylis' point of view, I can see him banning either Ushi or Cassini. Cassini, I feel, is very good. Ushi just has a lot of early aggression with playing the combos for one cost less. Looks like he banned Cassini.
Yeah.
I think I'd have made the same decision in his position.
Yeah, I agree with that. Like, I don't think he's going to back off of Ushi. Like, that's not something in his playstyle.
Yeah, so Ushi is not something we see that often. Like, it's been around, but Storm has never really been like a top pick amongst most players.
Yeah.
But it comes with things like Mari Bard and Thunder Slugs, which, well, I don't actually know if she runs in Mari Bards.
She plays Mari Bard.
Oh yeah, she does.
I don't see Thunder. No, she plays 2 Mari Bards and 3 Thunder Slugs, which is pretty good.
Yeah, so that could be, against Triano, for example, that could be really good at buying some time. Although I do know that Dratylis Triano is running a lot of return combos, so the Thunder Slugs might not be enough there.
Did we see which of his decks that she chose to ban?
I think she banned Cassini, but, it was Dolo, I think.
So I didn't see it, but I would probably ban Dolo. That's usually a pretty good bet. Dolo's pretty good.
Yeah.
That's what I did for the majority of the tournament. See that mountain deck? It's gone.
I did it about half my rounds.
Yeah, and Dratylis is running a very aggressive Dolo as well. Because I think that almost all of SMCbelle's decks are quite rushy.
Yeah, I played against her round 4, I believe. And I banned her Zuna because I figured that would be the fastest deck that she had.
Yeah.
So I haven't seen her Zuna in action yet, but I have seen her Ushi. And both of the games that I won against her were very close, where she put a lot of early damage on the board.
Yeah. All right, so game 1 is Zuna versus Triano. So most likely very heavy rush from Zuna. And we know Triano deck, Dratylis loves playing control decks, so we're going to be seeing a lot of early defense, I imagine, and then building into Vine Lashes.
I hope just now nobody caught her lock screen. Don't rewind to find it. And she might want to change her number.
Right, so yes, turn 1, Triano, draw 2, heal for 3, and drawing more cards. But yeah, so Triano is running, so it's not the usual Mimicking Horror Triano. He is running into, I believe it's Time and was it
Time, and he has the Storm Shell for
Time
water.
And water. Yeah, because he's running some. I think he's got Confused Shamus in there actually.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, he does.
See that. He plays 3 of those. He plays Living Whirlpool, which I'm a fan of personally. I think it's a very interesting card.
Yeah, but against Suna's probably not really much because I don't think she will play many buffs. Maybe Bombling here and there.
She plays.
Some Bomblings.
She plays Bomblings, and I believe that's the only buff in her list.
Yeah. So that double combo to heal for 1.
Yeah. Heal for 1, stop yourself from taking 6 later.
Yeah. I mean, in a pinch, it could be something, but yeah. Probably just going to see that as a combo payment, I imagine. But yeah, so he's running into water for a lot of healing Confused Shamans, into Time to return Vine Lashes and Regrowths with Time Worms. So yeah, it's not the usual like 28 damage one-turn spike, but it's relying more on if that gets broken, he can try again.
I think it's interesting that I don't see Warp Toad in his list. I wonder if that's a card he tested and decided against.
Oh yeah. Yes, it's built very heavy around Yeah, he's got a Jester. He's got a lot of control, definitely, but no Warp Toad. Yeah.
I've seen him play the Kribble Jester a couple times this weekend. When people don't see it coming, you can really catch them off guard with it.
Yeah, usually it's sideboard, obviously, but since you're playing advanced formats, you're bringing three decks, but there's no sideboard.
Glare, I can't really see what card that is there.
I believe that is Overwhelming Blast.
Oh, okay. I saw her put back the time collapse and the time flicker to pay for it.
Yep, that's Overwhelming Blast. That's 11. Did she hit that straight into
because
the...
of the Moss Ridge, she
Moss
only
Ridge.
took 8 from
She
that.
did. Yep.
Yes, that is Triano down to 22, so it's 11 damage, obviously minus a 3 and 2 to herself. So, I mean, she probably knows that she doesn't have to worry about her own health. Triano will make sure she's topped up anyway.
I wonder if she did it to kind of just get a couple cards out of her hand. Like maybe if she has a Fumbling Alchemist in her hand.
Oh yeah, of course.
And she doesn't want to discard the combos, and if she wants to empty her hand down for Frenzy Kribble.
Yeah,
Or
yeah,
Raid Party. There you go.
Yeah, she's straight into the defender.
I see a Looper, Crazed Bomber, and 2 Frenzy Kribbles.
All right, yeah, so that's lowering her hand to get down to that.
Yeah. Interesting.
Right, yeah, that is aggression. So the second attack, of course, is reduced by Storm Shell and Monster Defender. So I'm taking 3 from that one.
He forgot about the Storm Shell, but he corrected it.
Yeah. And he's got his Flannery in hand as well. So Dratylis has pretty good opening draw, I'd say. He's got access to both his items straight away. Then you must have to see going to Storm instead of...
Absolutely. I love the Storm play.
Nothing but. I mean, and yeah, we get to see some Storm soon probably. Some Fishing Rushi, so that should be interesting.
It's too bad he's not playing Delivery Crab.
Yeah, what's up, Confused Shamans? ConfusedShaman.com is not a thing.
No, that would be very confusing.
I should start that site.
Right, yeah, he's going on defensive. So Stumped Shaman's going to heal from 1 to 4. I mean, we've seen a few games from Dratylis before where he's kind of shifted game plan halfway through the match, where if the opponent gets really aggressive and starts getting rid of a lot of the power early on, he kind of swaps and instead of trying to kill, just going to outlast us instead.
Yeah,
and
you can see she's starting to run out of resources in her hand, trying to push aggro, and he's just healing it all away.
Yeah.
Fortunately for her, she drew the Umbron Informant there, which is going to be really nice.
Nice.
He has what looks like probably a 14-card hand. She can easily go. One of my favorite plays to make in this game is Looper, and then Umbron Informant to get an extra 2 cards off of it.
Yeah, it basically nullifies the drawback of Looper, so it's just bonus value. And here's another Moss Ridge defender. I can see him.
I wouldn't be surprised if she Crazed Bombered as well.
Yeah, there you go. I assume she's running 3 of those. I can't see why not, really. 3 bombers. And then,
Okay, she's going to wait to next turn, Looper, Umbron Informant, to get probably the full value out of it.
Yeah.
Big hand.
That's a good play.
Have we seen a Jester in Dratylis' hand?
Haven't noticed one yet.
I see a couple on the line cards. He might have the Jester.
So he's getting Time Wars. He's got a Corner Warp, but that also won't do much this game.
I wouldn't be surprised if he's expecting the Umbron Informant and he's trying to wait to Kribble Jester her, which would be a very good play on his behalf.
Yeah. I think down the line there was actually a Skybeam. So I don't think it's holding a Jester, although he's drawing 1 now.
Imagine if he didn't have it and he draws it off the Looper.
Yeah. Oh, no, that was a combo. That was Sacred Aura. Oh, this is a big draw.
Oh, I think I saw the Jester in his hand.
Did you?
I think so. I think it's towards the end of his hand. It looks like it. I'm not sure 100%, but I think I saw the Jester in his hand.
Yeah, that could be quite devastating, of course.
Oh, that would be very devastating.
Yeah, is she running anything defensive at all here? Like, no Tyrant's Fixers or anything?
No Tyrax Fixers, no Dugout Reactor to get back action cards or anything.
Yeah.
So she's going to lose a lot of damage if he has the Jester. Oh, she has the Jester in her hand, by the looks of it.
Oh, wow, yes, she does. She is running a Jester.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, so
they're both
one
Jester.
Yeah, both
and
one
they
Jester.
both have it in their hands.
So will she save her Jester now to counter Jester?
He just played the Jester.
If I was in her position, I would save her Jester to also do it to him.
Yeah, because she could possibly return with Informant Jester if she drew an Informant to those, what was it, like 13 cards, something?
Something, yeah. This is really unfortunate for her, though, because Dratylis has the Root Singers to get all his stuff back, and she plays such little buffs that anytime he plays Wolfsinger, he's going to get the full effect off of it. Meanwhile, she has no way of recovering her cards.
Yeah. Yeah, and
So
he also has a few like giveaways to just. So if he gets yesterday, a few cards are dead anyway for him.
Yeah.
Like Chrono Warp, I mean, you could almost lose maybe things like Colossi Skybeam. Like I don't know if he's planning on like, getting the kill here or just outlast, especially with the Jester hits.
Okay, it looks like she discarded either 7 or 8 cards.
Ooh, that is painful. So damage, more damage. Oh, there's a Jester.
Oh, she did get rid of her Jester. Alright,
Oh,
so she discarded
God.
7 cards, and that's
So
a
that was
lot of damage.
all 3 mercenaries. That's 15, 21, 28, and a 4. That's 32 damage at least.
And the Jester.
And the
That's
Jester.
rough.
Yeah, that's a life total gone.
I see she wanted to hang on to her combos.
Yeah. I mean,
Which,
she might have drawn an informant, but yeah, because I would have thought she'd discarded the. She's got Nitro Heal, doesn't she? Oh, she wants to use that for payment.
Yeah. I think I saw the time flicker in her hand still as well.
Okay, yeah, that's big swing.
That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, that's pretty big, and he's used 2 Confused Shamans already.
Absolutely.
I mean, he might have a Root Singer for a Confused Shaman back, but he's not getting like. So usually he loves playing Confused Shaman onto a Spirit Channeler to get the. So when you heal him for 4, you get 2 healing yourself as well, making a 9 heal card. But he's used 2, he's used 2 for 7. Is he running 3, or is he actually? No, he's got 3 Confused Shamans. All right, and she is. She can pay for Shatter Blast for 8. She's got Fumbling Alchemist, and she has a Bumbling.
Yeah.
So she's got pretty decent damage in there.
And she can always play the time flicker, paying for it with the Shatter Blast.
Yeah,
And then hopefully wouldn't have to discard a combo for the Fumbling Alchemist.
Yeah, so Dratylis, he doesn't have time equipped, so he can't use the Chrono Warper just for a bit of healing. So I can see him, he's got Monstrous Defender, so he can soak some of that, but that wouldn't be enough.
I didn't see what those 2 cards he drew
Is
were.
that a Confused Shaman or Vitalizing Frog perhaps? It's Confused Shaman number 3. Yeah, that is up to 9. I don't know if that's... Yeah, she's got 8 damage in hand, so it's just enough. Shadow Blast for 8 because she's not below 15, obviously.
That's the most damage she can do right now.
Yeah.
I think she might be going for it.
Yeah, she should go for that or card draw.
I think it looks like she's going for the Shatter Blast.
Yep, using Bombling. Yeah, so she is risking the hand size here for the pressure.
I like that decision on her behalf because you saw him use Trianu to digging for healing.
Yeah.
So she knows that he's struggling to heal, and she has the Fumbling Alchemist in hand still and can potentially draw into another card to deal more damage.
Yeah, because
so it's going to be tough for him to heal past 8.
Yeah, because you can almost guarantee. Yeah, you can
another Bombling though.
Yeah, you can almost guarantee that he doesn't have a Root Singer either, or he would have safely gotten the Confusion back out instead of Triano. And yeah, Monstrous Defender won't cut it here, so he might need to Triano again and hope for Vitalizing Frog. I think is running.
I don't think so. I think
No,
he
he's
only
not.
has the Shamans.
Yes, only Shamans. Yeah. All right, so yeah, he's in a tough spot here.
Yeah, I think he's trying to figure out any way he can survive right now. And even then, her deck's pretty small from having to draw and discard so many cards.
Yeah.
You know she has to have a lot of damage left in there. So even if he can survive now, it's going to be tough to stay alive for a couple turns while chipping away at the health difference here.
Yeah, I can't see him getting out of this one. Yeah, Trianu, his ability won't really be able to save him. Maybe he can Blacks. No, yeah, he's just hoping she doesn't have damage and go for the combo. So healing of the next 2 turns, but nothing instantly.
Yeah. Okay, if that's nothing instantly, then she just wins the game here with Fumble and Alchemist.
Yep. So that will be game 1 going to SMCbelle. Yep, there it is. Well, yeah, so despite that massive Jester, that is a good comeback. And now we get on to Fishing Irushi.
My favorite.
Her Ushi is very aggressive, and that Mary Bard really comes in handy.
Yeah, she was talking to me earlier about the deck, and
She also plays one Creeble Jester in this one. So that'll be interesting.
It'll be interesting to see, yeah. I think she's keeping one in every deck this time.
Yeah.
Have you played a lot of Ushi yourself, or?
I've played a lot of Ushi. I haven't had a lot of success with Ushi, unfortunately. But yeah, I am very familiar with the deck, so
I like her list a lot. It's very different from what I've played.
Yeah.
Because I don't see any dancing flutterers or living.
Does she splash
or
anything in
like
there,
that.
or?
No.
No, it's
Okay.
It's just a ton of unaligned cards with Frenzy Creeble and
Sure.
Raid Party.
yeah. Her only
Somewhat
defense.
similar to her Ushi.
Yeah.
I mean, her Zuna.
Yeah. The only difference is she's got a little bit of protection with Bubblefish, 3 of them, but everything else is just raw damage.
Mary Bard to get through opposing buffs.
Yeah.
So Overload, Flying Debris, Electro Deluge, Electro Stun, Murky Waters, all 5 are just damage. Yeah, because I saw you playing a Matt, so I'm pointing at. Matt, yeah, you were playing a Tuna.
I was playing a Tuna deck, yes.
Yeah, because you. Because the thing here, Overload, for example, is used here with. It's basically used for 8 damage. Like it's just any damage can chip out of cheap combos. Whereas you use Overload to quite the opposite effect.
Yeah, I use Overload specifically because Tuna can't play the 3 or 4 costs. I still have them in the deck, so it just increases that so much. Between Overload and the Evaporators, you can do a lot of damage very quickly.
Yeah, so you have 3 Evaporators and an Overload, and then 4 4-card combos or something. Or probably a 3-carder.
Three, and then I actually cross over into Tech and have Electrify in there.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So it's a bit of a different deck than we're going to see here today, but
You see here with her combo, she does have Overload. Her highest cost is a 3, that being Electrified Deluge, which is just 12 damage.
Yeah, so so she could actually Overload that away for 13, but I'm assuming she's going to keep it for 8.
One of the
Yeah,
most
I wouldn't.
annoying and underrated combos I've seen in this game is Electro Stun.
Yeah.
Where it's a buff that does 7 damage, and then each time you play a card while it is out, you have to discard a card.
yeah, the big downside is it only lasts for 1 turn, and that's what a lot of people don't want to pay the combo cost just for 1.
Yeah,
But
It becomes a 1-cost combo with Ushi, which
exactly.
is good. And oftentimes, when I see that card, I just draw 2 cards.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in a lot of situations, you're going to do 7 damage and buy yourself an extra turn.
Yes,
Which
exactly.
is pretty good.
Yeah. And if you use it, because the 7 damage is also not to be scoffed at, because obviously you can push someone low with that, and if they have to force defend because of the damage they took, they will also lose hand size.
Yeah.
So it becomes a really big swing. Like every card you lose is effectively 2.5, 3 points of value. So if you play 2 cards that turn, it basically becomes close to a 4-card combo.
I've never used Electro Stun, but after playing against her and having it dropped on me both games, I'm a bit of a fan of the card.
We got there's a guy in the office back at Play Fusion Home who just loves playing Electro into almost every Storm deck he ever makes. Right, which starts very differently this turn. Master defended. Oh no, he actually did this last game as well, didn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah, turn
had
one.
Monster Reach out right away. Just bigger
Okay.
hand size for both of them.
Yeah, and says before, she doesn't care about the Monster's Defender.
She has the Creeble Jester already, which is good. I
Oh.
see Spark Wisp and Raid Parties and a Frenzy Creeble for when she empties her hand down.
Yeah, so she is probably just gonna, hit hard for a few turns now and then. No informants in hand?
I don't believe so.
Alright, so I think we're just digging out the Storm Shell now. He's got 1 Confusion in hand already, I believe. I didn't get to see what his. I believe she did ban Dollar, right? So his option would have been play
I
Cassini.
believe so. I didn't see it, but I would expect that she banned Dolo. I believe she banned my Dolo when I finished.
Yeah. Yeah, so how do you think this deck will help against Cassini deck? Because you played again, you actually had that matchup, didn't you?
Yeah, I believe I did. I could be mistaken, but I feel like Cassini should be fine against it because you can recycle your Pathfinders. You have a lot of ways to do healing while doing damage.
Yeah.
So it could be tough for Ushi to keep up.
Yeah.
The way I played the matchup, I played because one of my friends back home also has an Ushi deck that's somewhat similar to hers, but he doesn't have some of these cards. And because it's really aggressive, you can't play slowly and keep up with it with the healing with Cassini very well.
Yeah.
But if you're playing aggressive and doing damage while healing, instead of trying to have a big hand size, then you can do really well against it.
Yeah, so she actually chose to create Cripple Raid Party and choose to discard the Frenzy Cripple. So that's 11 damage minus 2 for 9. I guess she doesn't expect to get down low enough to use that Frenzy Cripple anytime soon.
Spark, which should do 6 damage.
Yep.
Yeah, you have one off from the Storm Shell.
So she already has them locked down to 18, which is pretty good. She
Yeah,
has
so-
a 5-card hand. I believe there's another raid party in her hand, in fact. I see a bubblefish, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah, that one she probably won't get much use out of. I don't think the game will. If it gets to the point where she needs a bubble fish, the game's probably over already. And yeah, again, she's basically forcing Dratylis to play defensively before it's optimal to do so. Confused Shaman again, not on any Spirit Channelers. So instead of him drawing to. Oh, he's also holding a Jester in hand.
They
So-
both have the Jester in hand.
Yeah,
right
so
now.
again, we got the Jester off.
I think Triana will fare better against this because since she doesn't have the hero ability to draw, it can be
Yeah.
a little bit slower at times.
Yeah, because she dedicates a whole ton of deal damage and she has to pass the full turn to get back up again.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I think being slightly slower in that area is going to give Triana a lot more of a chance to come back and win.
Yeah.
He's already gotten back up to 25 health after taking like 14 last turn.
Yeah. Yeah, and also in this game, his Chrono Warpers will actually do quite a lot of work as well. You can use some more Storm Shamans.
Storm Shamans. Does she play any other?
I mean-
Mary Bard. That one could matter.
Yeah. So you can actually free up a bit of space there, and I mean, every time he does it on a Storm Shaman's potential 8 healing effectively, because
Yeah.
unless she hits into a monster, of course, but yeah, so so is he just going to draw more here, or is he going to keep on healing up? Yeah, no.
Go for the heal.
Yeah, I mean, it's what happened last game, so he just wants to preempt that, I think.
Yeah, and honestly, I'd love to play with the Shaman because it's one of those cards that a lot of people overlook. They don't want to give the other player 4 healing, but in his deck like this, when she's always sitting up at 35 health, where because of Triano, it makes a lot of
Yeah.
sense.
That's what I was just thinking actually. I
Like
think it's really good for
no,
Triana.
no other card can do that, and I've never thought about putting it in a Triano deck, but
Yeah, it's
it works out
it's
very well.
Yeah, it's a card that we often, even back in the office, people ask, well, we even made that card. Who would ever play this card? But this is when you do it.
Yeah.
It's nice to see some interesting deck choices and all that at this tournament.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of stuff that I didn't really expect. I mean, coming into this, I kind of just assumed, maybe a bit foolishly so, that everyone bringing Toronto will just do the Mimicking Horror build. But it's really cool to see something different. We see Dratylis have real success with this. Even though we lost the previous game against Belle now, this deck has been really successful.
You got the Spirit Channeler in hand now, so that's going to add to some nice healing.
Yeah, although he needs to have like an Insect Swarm or something to trickle it down every turn to make full use out of it.
Yeah.
But I think he was holding a Swarm as well. No, he's not. Unless it's that second card in hand, or is that the Spirit Channeler?
I think the second card was the Spirit Channeler.
Yeah. He has a Root Singer somewhere around, so he can get those Confused Shamans back in play, back in hand again.
She's going to have to put out a lot of damage to keep up with all the healing he's going to do this game.
Yeah, this matchup is definitely tougher for her. Like you said, without that draw ability, because she could really benefit from that with Zuna, because again, the Umbral Informants just means you pay off even more.
She empties her hand down to do a ton of damage, and then he heals it off.
Yeah.
So now she's running out of cards, running out of resources.
Because she has no way to get any of that back, right?
No,
Yeah,
no
she has
recursion
no
in
way
whatsoever.
because she doesn't
Like
play
the
Tornado or
Cloud
anything
Harvesters or
like
anything like that.
no Cloud
that.
Harvesters.
There's no way to get any cards back in here.
But there are plenty of ways to get them out with pre-build raid parties, emptying your hand even more. Of course, Ushi is pretty good at maintaining some of these hand size because of combo payments not draining your hand quite as much.
Yeah.
But yes, I think Dratylis is starting to consider getting a Storm Shaman out, or a Spirit Channeler out. He's put it to the front of his hand. That tends to be the card he wants to play. I've seen that happen quite a lot.
A good thing here to keep in mind is that he just drew into a Reckless Spirit, which means the second Mary Bard or a Storm Shaman hits the board, he can get rid of it immediately.
Yeah, and there aren't many other buffs to really fear, so it's easy choice. And I don't see her having more than. Oh, speaking of aggression, oh yeah, so that's she gets rid of that bubble fish there,
Yeah.
which has absolutely no use for this game.
To pay for it.
Although saying that, a slight benefit from the bubble fish could be if he brings out Insect Swarm Spirit Chandler, she can at least stay on 35 to avoid that Triana heal for 2 for 2. But that's a very niche case, of course.
Bubblefish isn't doing much for her right now, so it was nice to be able to put that back in that.
Yeah, absolutely. And the moment Dratylis starts dealing damage, it's going to be with Vine Lash probably.
Yeah.
And Bubblefish then isn't that great.
It's normally pretty scary being on only 15 against Ushi.
Yeah.
But he's going to get 4 off the Slump Drift Shaman. He can get 1 healing off the Flynamo, or 2 off the Hungry Behemoth. And he has the Spirit Channeler, so if he starts doing damage, you can get healing out of that. Plus, we saw a few Shaman in his hands.
Yeah.
So despite being at a relatively low number, he has a ton of healing to get right back up.
Yeah.
And we see her with only 4 cards in hand now. So you can tell she's going to have to pass a couple of turns to get her hand back up.
Yeah, so it's mainly good. So, yeah, because he's obviously aware of the Jester as well. Because normally in this kind of matchup, I think you just want to build a really big hand to have all the tools you need to win the game before you start using them. But having seen Jester in game 1, I think she's just keeping her hand size slightly lower than what might be optimal.
Yeah. Speaking of the Jester, I wouldn't be surprised if she played hers on him. It looks like he has maybe like a 12, 13 cards in.
Yeah, so, yep, there you go. Alright, so, what? So, of course, I'll be interested to see if he now throws away his Jester, because he can root sing a Jester if she builds up.
Yeah.
He just give her false sense of security.
If she forgets about the Root Singer, she might stop playing around the Jester.
Yeah.
Which could be a bit of a mind game there.
Yeah. Of course, that would be a Jester instead of a Confused Shaman, but I think that could work out.
But also given how hard it is for her to draw cards, like you're saying, she has to take a whole turn to do it, basically. I think she might still hover around that, 6-7 cards anyway.
Yeah.
Like that should be enough. If he throws away enough healing and defense here, that she can plow through it.
Yeah, she's running 3 informants, so he could of course also bait her out with a big draw, but even then, if he Jesters her down, we saw the previous game, I thought that she's going to have a much harder time than she did after Jester hit, losing that 32 plus damage.
Yeah, she hung on to like all her combos and did a lot of damage really quickly. So.
Yeah. Yeah, so combo payment efficiency has been kind of key to both these decks of hers.
It looks like she's ruined into the Mary Bard, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I didn't see if he ditched the Reckless Spirit, but if he did, then that Mary Bard could be pretty good.
Alright, so let's see what he... So I'm going to expect 2 Confused Shamans here. Yeah.
You called it.
Yeah, he does not want to sit below you in 20 health. And yeah, she's building up the ammo.
I believe I see 2 Mary Bars, a Dust Fiend, a Murky Waters, and I know that's a Spark Wisp right there.
Yeah, Spark Wisp and something far back.
I think that might be the People Raid Party, because I saw 2 of them in her hand
earlier.
Of course.
Yeah.
She only played 1 of them so far.
Yeah, so Jess is building up some health with the Hungry Behemoth, and might actually have some threat on the board soon.
There goes the Murky Waters.
Yeah. So keeping pressure up to 18.
He's going to heal right back up, which is going to be tough for her.
Yeah, but we see both of the Shamans, so...
At this point, she's burned the Deluge, the Overload, and the Murky Waters. She still has Electro, Stun, and Flying Debris for combos. We've seen her go through a little bit of her damage cards as well.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough for her to keep up with all the healing that he's going to be doing.
Yeah, I think despite being now below 20 again, he's in a pretty good spot. We know he has 14 healing in hand at least.
There goes the Electro Stun.
Yeah, he's building up again with the Behemoth, and even more with the Shaman.
Now the Behemoth is that on the 5 corner now?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, so he could start putting out some pressure, but it's 7 turns to get it down to 35. She might actually play a Bubblefish at some point soon if he starts hitting her, but
I wouldn't be surprised if he hit her once, just so that after that he can put down the Spirit Channel and start getting more potential healing off of that.
Yeah.
And there goes a Mary Bard.
All right, let's
It
see
looks
if
like he discarded the Reckless Spirit earlier.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. So he does have Chrono Warper in case he's worried about it. But if Shaman right now would also hit it up back up to full 35. There's a second Reckless Spirit though, and also Sacred Aura, I believe he pulled.
It looks like he probably wants to save the Chrono Warper for Storm Shaman, since he didn't have the Reckless Spirit in his hand that he just removed.
Yeah. He might also build up the beam that's a bit of a Thunderslug bait. He's sitting with the Vine Lash in hand as well.
Yeah.
So if he wants to start going aggressive, he has some tools to do so. Can pay for it fully with Sacred Aura, not losing any defenses.
There goes the Electro Stun.
Yeah, of course, Mario Bar should rotate what's up there as well. We'll probably catch that now. Yeah.
I'm a fan of that card now.
Yeah.
I've been sold on it.
Unfortunately for Belle, Dratylis is sitting high up enough that he's probably not worried about just drawing cards here. But if that was after, say, being on 18, like you saw before,
Yeah.
that would probably have made him discard some cards.
Yeah, I can see him just doing Flynamo for no reason, just for the fun. Or, I mean, he probably assumes that she only has one gesture, so Triano there was probably the better option. I think that's in Sex War, or is that? I think the top card of his hand is in Sex War.
Yes, that's possibly in the
so.
Yes, it is. She's
That's
used.
gonna come in handy.
Yeah, she is not running Cold Snap, so all she's got to remove in are those 3 slugs. She's used 1 already.
Yeah. And she's already gone through one of the 2 Mary Bards as well.
Yeah, so into with this turn, and I guess draw 1, and next turn prep with the Spirit Channeler for Triano. Or draw 2. Yeah, more Triano.
He has almost his entire deck in his hand now.
Yeah, so that was also regrowth, so I don't know if I've seen any... Right, so Storm Shaman out.
That won't last long.
I wonder if he's going to Reckless Spirit or if he's going to opt for the Chrono Warper.
Alright, yeah, so Chrono Warps. Yeah, I mean, I'd almost been tempted to maybe Reckless Spirit that instead. Or maybe he might want to keep that for Thunderslug. Because Thunderslug you can't really use Chrono Warper on.
Yeah,
So
that would be a good choice there.
Yeah, that's a good call. Alright, so she has 1 turn now to get rid of it. Of course, he has plenty of tools to get it back in again if so wishes. With Root Singer as well as Regrowth even.
Yeah, it doesn't look like she has a Thunder Slug in her hand, but I do see a good amount of damage in there. Not that that's going to do much for her right now, since he has, like I said, almost his entire deck in his hand.
Yeah.
The only combo that she has left is Flying Debris.
Did she use Overload as well?
Yes. She used it relatively early to do 8 damage.
All right.
Paid for it with a Storm Shaman.
Yes, of course, yeah.
I believe it was like the second combo that she used.
Yeah, just keeping track of regrowth fodder there. So he's got it top of his hand. So yeah, I think he might prep big combo now, and next turn, if he gets removed, just regrowth it back in again.
Yeah.
Or the turn after, given Thunderslug needs enough time to go away.
Vine Lash is a very good play here. It's going to put a lot of pressure on her. She's
Yeah.
probably going to put down her Bubblefish to try to block a little bit of the damage, since I don't see Thunderslug or Mary Bard in her hand anymore. Actually, she does. I believe that is another Mary Bard in her hand. I think I did see 2 next to each other before.
Yeah, so
So she might play that.
It also shuts off the Spirit Channel for a bit, but he's so high on health that...
And he has the Reckless Spirit in his hand, so he could immediately get rid of that if he decides to.
Yeah.
And at that point, I believe he has a Root Singer as well, so if the Storm Shaman comes down later, he can Root Singer for Chrono Warper or Reckless Spirit and get rid of that.
Yeah. Yeah, so...
I would like to see him here, maybe Reckless. I guess he's just going to wait
Oh, he
I
just
guess he
drew.
doesn't feel pressured to get rid of it immediately.
Yeah, so he just drew 2 cards normally. No, it was with
he drew.
Triana. So Spirit Challenge also triggered 2 healing there. Let's see if they catch that. So he used Triana's ability, so Spirit Challenger healing for 2. Spirit Channeler for 2. Right, yeah, so let's see if they we called over someone to have a check. Yeah, she's going in aggressive again now.
So she put down the bubble fish and then did that.
Oh, of course. No, I'm wrong. She had Mari bought out. Of course, Spirit Channel doesn't do anything. Yeah. Yeah, no, my bad.
Yeah, I it slipped my mind as well.
Yeah, no, it's so uncommon to see Storming play in these kind of events that I just forgot about Mari Bard. Even though we talked about it just one time before. Right, yeah, so Bubblefish will actually get to roll to 3 now, taking 1 more damage off. Because one of the weaknesses with Bubblefish is as a reactive reduction is not the best because it starts on the lowest value. Yeah, so it's definitely prepping Root Singer and regrowth there. Okay, yeah, just full on defense.
Interestingly enough, he has that Living Whirlpool in his hand right now.
Yeah, I don't know if he's got any water to pay for with, or did he have a shaman? Oh, now he will.
Back, yep.
So curious to see if he actually gets back a Time Worm, or if he's going with double heal.
I believe he has 1 time worm in his hand right now.
Right.
So
Yeah,
he
he's
might
got.
just wanted the healing.
Yeah, it's 2 in the deck. So one of his win conditions has been to Time Worm regrowth back, and then regrowth brings Time Worm back in again, and he's repeating that pattern. So he gets
That's interesting.
so he gets Time Worm and a second buff. Next turn, Time Worm again and a second buff, and so on. So it's more slow build up, and he obviously needs a lot of payment, but his hand is big, so.
So that Vine Lash is going to end up doing 9 since she has double Bubblefish out now.
Yeah.
So that should put her at 26.
Yeah, so is he going Time Worm here? Yep. And she is not holding the Thunder Slug. She has an Informant though, so she could draw a really big hand here. And she's seen a couple of Root Singers now. So Root Singer for Jester is not quite as threatening right now. So I could see her wanting to break the cycle with Time Worm. And of course you might not expect the regrowth though. Yeah, I think he's counting his cards.
She finally hit one of the Umbrella for him.
Yeah.
Does he have another Root Singer in his hand? To potentially
I
give
couldn't
the
see one in the hand. He definitely has one in the deck. Right, so did she draw a Thunder Slug?
She did.
Oh. Was that a second action?
I believe so.
Okay. Oh, I missed that. Right, so that is Vine Lash ready to go again. He might wait out the Bubblefish. He's got time. He's got a few shamans to heal back up again. He has Sacred Ore back in hand as well, so he can quite easily pay for it. So obviously one of Bubblefish will go away, so it's just going to be 3 reduction for 11 damage down to 15. That's pretty good. And then he might be able to use regrowth on turn after that to get both Vine Lash and Timer back in play.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty good super play. Looks like he decided on Sacred
right.
Ore instead.
Switching it up.
Okay, yeah, so he's actually going for Sacred Aura over Vine Lash here. Yeah, wants to stay really high on health, not to get any chances. He's got time to play with.
You can pretty much at any point drop the Vine Lash and do Vine Lash.
Yeah.
Regrowth for that time one.
Yes, we're looking at just 1 damage and 4 healing next turn. But again, yeah, he's not in a rush right now. She has a big hand though, so maybe some of that spike can come in. But like I said, she's used 4 of her combos. There we go. There
Maybe
is.
he wanted to do that to bait out the Thunder Slug so that
Yeah.
Fine Lash didn't get hit by it.
Yeah.
Good call.
And yeah, and then back on the aggression. Okay, she's sacrificing a Umbra Informant here, so she is. That's kind of just dedicating herself to her current hand. She has
See,
another.
Thunder Slug hit
Yeah.
him as well.
So she might just hope that what she's got now will be enough to just pressure him down. She's seen a lot of Monstrous Defenders go. She's seen Root Singers go.
Interestingly enough, he doesn't look like he's playing a Spectral Web.
No, he's not. He's just relying on having too many things to remove. That's Spec Web isn't necessary. Now the Spirit Channel is starting paying off here as well. So 9 healing from Confused Shaman. Yeah, she's holding her. Right, yeah. Is she gonna Thunder Slug the Spirit Channeler?
Definitely thinking about it.
I think if she does, I think he will regrowth next turn for probably Time Worm and Spirit Channeler, just to get regrowth back again. As opposed to Sacred Aura.
If she puts down the Thunder Slug, he should wait a turn to do that.
Oh yes,
after
yes,
his
yeah,
corner.
yeah, absolutely. Oh wow, okay, so she is opting for the Behemoth over the Spirit Channeler. So he has a Reckless Spirit. I can see him want to save the Spirit Channeler here.
It'd be interesting if he lived in Whirlpool too.
Oh yeah, of course, he does have a choice as well.
That's an option as well.
He might want to save him Whirlpool for just making sure he can plug all the holes on comma payments. Oh, his deck's getting quite small as well here, so maybe that was actually a...
Last 2 cards, there you go.
Yeah, that might have been a... Yeah, although she's got 4 or 5 cards left in deck.
Yeah, she's pretty low. He might just deck her out this game. He might not even need to do damage.
Yeah,
Then goes to Flying Debris.
yeah, and she's choosing
That's
draw
the last
2.
combo. It looks like she has maybe 2 or 3 cards left in her deck after that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's 3 cards.
yep.
He might actually deck her out. Because I believe he still
Might
has
be the
one
way to
of
go at
the
this
left.
point, yeah.
He
Yeah,
has
that,
1 or 2 Confused Shamans in hand. And he has another Spirit Channeler, so Triano can heal him for 4 as long as he keeps doing damage with insects
yeah,
once the Bulkfish goes away.
yeah. So he's, I'm guessing Time Worm and Sacred Aura. Yeah. Yeah, so next time we'll get regrowth back again. He's got more payment in hand to play it again.
If not, he can easily pick up those 2 cards again
Yeah.
with Triano. So
Yeah, so what he draws there doesn't really matter for him. So yeah, he seems to be in a good position here. I can't see her getting out of this. I mean, he has no reduction, so she can try to just burst it, but the moment, yeah, so possibility here, because it's drawing so near the end in terms of how many cards he's got left, he might not wait for the Time Worm to be regrowthable, so to speak, but might just pull in some more Monstrous Defenders here with regrowth to just outlast the Storm Shaman. He does have a Root Singer as well, so Chrono
I'd
Warper is
expect
an
him to
option.
get the Chrono Warper. Since he doesn't have Superiors. Well, if he gets Reckless Spirit, he can fly them out to play
Yeah.
that.
Then a Warper, maybe Reckless Spirit, doesn't really matter which one, I suppose.
Either one will deal with the Storm Shaman.
Yeah, he's at full health anyway.
He's at 33. He's going to go to full after doing this build.
Yeah, so that's worth thinking out. So it should go after the Bubblefish here. So it would have been in play still, although
Yeah,
this won't matter.
Shaman should be above.
Yeah, she has nothing that depends on the last card, so it shouldn't matter. All right, didn't expect that to see play this time.
I love that card.
Yeah, Marauder for 6. I mean, it's great in like rush mirrors when if you get on the back foot, because typically 6 damage cards has some kind of drawback, so you either make them left and draw 1, or you take some damage yourself. But Marauder is
if you have it in your opening hand, because Ushi has 28 health,
Yeah.
which is lower than most.
right. Yeah, so
So that's going to put him at 25. probably going to be able to heal back to full. Oh, the storm shell takes
Oh yeah, of
one
course.
off.
Yeah. And one from the insect storm as well. On Belle. She might have missed that one. I didn't quite catch it. Alright, yeah. So how much? She can. Did she have a raid party?
I believe she used her second raid party. I think the last card of her deck is the third one. And it looks like she's going to concede knowing that she can't do enough damage to kill him.
Yeah.
Give herself a little bit of extra time. So now we're going to see Ushi versus
Cassini, yeah. So this should be interesting. So of course, let's see, Dratylis Cassini deck is running Flying Fortresses as his main kill condition here. So Thunderslug's Mario Bard can do a lot to stall that out in theory. But of course, Reality Rift is a good way to
his list is
come back in.
rather different from mine, but he still has things like the Sun Beacon and the Flying Fortress, the Shapeshifter.
And 3 Chimchu Infiltrators, so you can get them back again.
And Blinding Beetle is devastating for her deck.
Yeah, absolutely. If she doesn't have number informed in her hand when that happens,
If she doesn't have the Informant in hand, not only does she lose to attack cards, which pretty much, since she doesn't have a hero ability to draw, that basically takes 1 turn from her while giving him 3 healing.
yeah, so it becomes a really powerful play.
And with the Chimchu Infiltrator, that's a card that he can recycle as well.
Yeah, so who would you have your money on in this one?
Unfortunately, yeah, I think the Cassini is going to be tough for Ushi to take down.
His list has a lot of healing. If he gets a large hand and she tries to Umbron Informant, he has the Papal Jester in there. Chimchu Infiltrator lets him recycle things like the Blinding Beetle and the Paralysis Bug, which if he does both of those in 1 turn, that pretty much sets her back 2 turns.
Yeah.
Because he's ripping out 2 attack cards and then she can't draw for a turn.
I can see if he gets some poor draw and can't get some of his early attacks and healing out there.
Immediate Blinding Beetle.
Yeah, turn 1 Beetle.
So I see
there you go.
Overload, Feeble Jester, Umbron Informant,
Frenzied Creeble, I think, yeah.
and a Dust Fiend. So she does have the Umbron Informant that list.
That's
so
good.
it'll be worth it.
Yeah. But I think she's going to have to be very aggressive, like we saw, especially in the first game, which kind of surprised me how fast she came out of the gate. But
Yeah.
I think that's the path to go with this game as well.
Yeah, there is no damage reduction on Dratylis' side this game, so in Belle's favor might be that she can go quite unhindered in with all the damage.
Yep.
So unlike the last game where she had a hit through Monstrous Defenders, that won't be an issue this game. But like I said, there's a lot of healing in the deck, so while Triano kind of suffers from just trickle heals most of the time, Thunder Shaman doing 1 heal in the first corner and then 2, it takes a while for it to ramp up. That's not probably have with something like Sun Beacons. Although if it's forced to use Sun Beacons early, it can backfire. Like if you lose, say, a Reality Rift to Sun Beacon, that can be devastating.
You see that she does have a Murky Waters in her hand.
Yeah,
I see
so
Storm Shaman, what looks like 2 Thunder Slugs.
Yeah, and
I
again,
think she should still have the People Jester and the Umbron Informant in her hand as well.
yes, I think both of them are again holding Creeble Jester. Yep. For being a one-off card in decks, that's been quite consistent.
She has a pretty interesting hand right now.
All right, so that's quite an early Jester. She's sitting on nine cards, maybe 10.
You can afford to play the Jesters early since you can always get the back with Chimchu Infiltrator.
Yeah. And she's unlikely to have a big hand for that much longer.
And after he can follow this Jester up with the Blinding Beetle, which would be a huge setback for her.
Yeah. So she's considering. She's looking at her Jester maybe.
He could potentially be setting her for
Oh, dropping the Informant. Okay.
All right.
That's unexpected. I would probably drop the Jester over the Informant myself, because at least if Because if you think about the swing potential with both cards, if he's up say 14 cards, you can make him lose 7, which is great. But if he's in on 5 yourself, you can give yourself 9.
And also, you know that like from the previous games, he knows that she has the Jester, so he's playing around it to make sure he doesn't lose too much to it.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I think I would probably personally gone the other way on that one, and lost Jester over Informant. Because he then goes all out, he just draws. Cool, I'm safe from Jesters now. I can just draw up. The number of Informant becomes even better. So there's a bit of mind game there as well. Although saying that, she has 2 more. So. There's Reality Rift, and he's got another Blinding Beetle as well. But yeah, he's not drawing his Fortresses yet. He's drawing the tools to get Fortress back with Infiltrator and Reality Rift.
Please come up and receive your prize.
Yeah, this is. I mean, she's desperately trying, but this is where she really needs to get the big damage in before he can get that set up.
Yeah. She has 2 Thunderstruck as well.
Even if he can't remove the Storm Shaman, he can still Blinding Beetle to take some of the attacks out of her hand.
Yeah, so if she, assuming she will commit to the Storm Shaman, she might even actually Murky Waters on it to avoid putting him. Although actually 2 cards on Storm Shaman now, depending on if they are.
Now, Murky Waters would bring him from 34 down to 18, which would be pretty solid.
Yeah.
Because we see like, oh, he's gonna Gravity Bubble just to deal with it. That's an interesting choice. Yeah, I mean, you could almost consider it like a 16-point swing, because 8 damage to her and stopping 2 ticks of Storm Shaman. It was a good decision, in my opinion.
Yeah, the very aggressive Chrono Warper.
Because it feels like she's trying to hold cards specifically to use them with Storm Shaman.
Yeah.
So you're slowing her down a lot. It's going to set him to 22. So the health is pretty close, but you could tell with his hand he has a lot of healing, and he feels good about the position he's in right now. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. He did pay for it with Reality Rift. So if he goes to Heaven Healing with the Sun Beacon, again, that card is slight risk, although his deck is so big, the odds are in his favor. And it still does have 3 Chimp Infiltrators when it comes to getting Fortresses back out. I mean, you played a lot more of this deck than I have, but I assume that long term is looking for Fortress on ideal situation, Fortress on Stellar Fusion.
I feel like right now, just to I like the play he made there. That's what I was thinking I would have done in this scenario. But you don't want to put too many cards in your hand because you're playing around the Jester. Yeah. So you don't want to just sit there and draw cards. And being able to get back the Blinding Beetle is basically taking a turn away from her while giving yourself 3 more healing. And he also got to do 3 damage with the Infiltrator to get it back. Yeah. Still has another Blinding Beetle in his hand as well.
Yeah, that's also actually a pretty good mind game there, because if you use the card to get the Blinding Beetle back, she might expect there is no second one, or if you used it. So yeah, no, I like that play. And of course, she can't get back up again. There is no healing in her deck, so every bit of chip damage that comes in will stick.
Yeah. The thing that's rough for her now is after playing that Overload, I don't think she has any damage in her hand, aside from the card that she's going to draw. I think it's just 2 Thunder Slugs and the Feeble Jester in her hand.
Yeah.
She's had to return so many attack cards.
Yeah, and so keeping the Jester of the Informant here, I think, must hurt.
Yeah, that's definitely got to be hurting her right now. We see Dratylis' hand is only 6 or 7 cards.
Yeah.
And I believe she drew the Electro Star.
Yeah, he might just play another Blinding Beetle here. Yeah. Although this time around, there's only one.
Does it say attack action cards? Oh yeah, Electro Star's the buff.
Yeah.
I always forget because it only stays for 1 turn anyway.
Yeah.
So that's going to get rid of the Jester. He's probably going to continue to play around it, because she could draw back into it at any moment.
Yeah, there we go. There is losing form. That's not bad.
That's a card that he doesn't want to have in his deck anyway. So that's a very good.
Yeah, that's perfect outcome for him. And yeah, she's now down to.
So he played the Blinding Beetle. He can't Sun Beacon. That's 2.
Oh, that's cards. 2 solar cards. Yeah, so he can't play 2 solar cards in 1 turn. Solar. Yep. Yeah, so we got someone running over. Good catch. Good catch. So he drew the 2 cards underneath his Sun Beacon there.
Yeah. Okay, it looks like they're fixing it now.
Solar.
Solar.
Okay, it looks like he understands what's going on now.
Yeah. So he's moved one card to the top of his hand, so the 2 cards underneath are the 2 he just drew.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, sometimes when you're playing, especially with a deck like Cassini, you kind of think multiple turns ahead, so it kind of gets hard to keep track of what card you already played the turn.
yeah.
Because sometimes you just want to play like Blinding Beetle and Sun Beacon in the same turn, so you kind of get a little ahead of yourself.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah,
I
so-
can see that happening when you're planning on playing the 1 card out of
Yeah,
your
so
hand.
he
You
should-
have that in mind.
Yeah, so he's also moved the Pathfinder back to deck because so it's a rewinding a turn. I don't know if it's resolving right now. So yeah, they're trying to figure out what to do here. Because he obviously drew 2 cards, which was a Shapeshifter and a Pathfinder. But because he rearranged his hand a little bit, just out of
Yeah.
habit, he might not have caught which 2 he drew. So yeah, let's see what the judge calls here. Okay,
Yeah.
so I think he's opting for using Spectral Guide instead to even it out.
So that means he would
Yeah.
have drawn the Informate.
Okay, so he's making up the 2 card draw by consuming his turn of Spectral Guide, it looks
Okay.
like.
No, you hate to see that happen, but I think that was a fair way to resolve it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I had one round personally where I tried to Chimchu Infiltrator to get back a Pathfinder because my opponent had a buff I wanted to get rid of, and I wanted the Pathfinder the same turn, and they had to point out to me that was 2 gravity. So I know how easy it is to get carried away
Yeah,
with that.
yeah,
when you plan
absolutely.
really far ahead.
Yeah, especially when we're testing a lot of different heroes as well. So, for example, Cassini decks often a good substitute can be Wobble Maya for that extra superior gravity. Oh, that's Thunderslug for a single corner on the Spectral Guide. So that's interesting. That means she's down 1 Thunderslug for the impending fortresses.
That's always a
Ooh.
good feeling.
That's
When you
5.
Shapeshifter and get both effects, it's always a good feeling.
Oh, that's big. Oh wow, yeah,
And
he's going
another
all out
Sun
now.
Beacon on top of that to add another 4 damage.
Yeah, so he's
get
going
himself back up high.
Yeah, he's got Cassini. Like he might actually start using Cassini's ability to get the kill. Next turn he can deal 7 damage. So yeah, that's Electrostun in place. That's 7 damage to Dratylis. And if he plays a card next turn, he'll have to discard a card. Of course, using say Cassini's ability, he's not playing a card though.
What I'd like to see him do here is if he Cassini's and just uses his last action to draw a card.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure if he knows, but we know that she doesn't have any healing. So that'll put her in position for him to kill her next turn with Sun Beacon
And Cassini.
ability.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if she tries to put down a Bubblefish, he can Pathfinder and just use Cassini's ability again.
Yeah, so I'll probably just use Cassini on the Umbran Informant. You're not going to get much use out of that.
Yeah.
For 3 damage, and then like I say, just pass to not lower your hand any further. He might get rid of that, or there could be a card draw later on.
I think he probably did that just off chance that he decides to Reality Rift later. And he's just gonna Sun Beacon to put her on 1.
Yeah, and he heals at 5. So discarding a card from the Electrostun Pathfinder and then healing up to 5 again.
She
Right,
doesn't
yeah,
have
and even
much in her hand.
a Bubblefish won't save her either because
She can
Cassini
do-
will.
She has no way of blocking damage or anything. She could just do 13 and then he would be able
Yeah.
to end it the next game.
Yeah, best she could do would be a Bubblefish if she even had one, and that's still Cassini gets 1 damage through, which is exactly what's needed. So that is Dratylis taking the match 2-1. Losing game 1, it looked pretty bleak there, given how that aggression worked really well against him, but Ushi wasn't quite as strong.
The Ushi being a little bit slower, you could really see it affecting her.
Yeah, it's not much, but it made a big difference. He just gave him that 1 extra turn every now and then to come back into the game, and it made all the difference.
I think she made the right choice by banning Dolo. However, if she banned Cassini, that also would have been a good option because of how much healing it has.
Yeah.
And I think Zuna might have been able to beat Cassini, but there was no way that Ushi could with that much healing. There's
Yeah.
no way Ushi can keep up the tempo.
Yeah, and I think Dratylis took an advantage of that. Like, he knew
Yeah.
how long it takes her to draw cards, so throwing cards back into her deck consistently.
And the fact that he got to play against the Ushi with Trianu first meant that for this game, because he decked her out, he got to see her entire deck. So he knew she doesn't have any healing. He knew what cards he needed to play around and all that, all the tech cards. So he knew about the Jester and everything. So he knew exactly how he needed to win, and he had all the cards to do so.
Yeah, so really good game between the two. And that's Dratylis making it on to the semifinals.
Congrats to him.
Well, thank you very much, and we'll see you soon again for the semifinal match.